So in this video I thought I'd basically give my thoughts on the Modern Warfare 3 beta now that I've reached the level cap, level 30. I've played it, I don't know exactly how many hours, but it's got to be at least 15-20 hours, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not fun, it's not enjoyable. Well, first of all, look, let's cut to the chase. It's a DLC. It's 100% a DLC that was supposed to be out of a Modern Warfare 2, but because certain parts of the COD community were not so happy with MW2 and its slower style, that they bitched and moaned, and they thought, right, what we're not going to do is release it as a DLC for that game. We're going to claim it's a new game, when it isn't. It's the exact same engine. It's an add-on for the exact same game. You don't need to download a new game, which tells you all you need to know. And despite the fact that it's on the same engine, in the same game, it looks considerably worse than Modern Warfare 2. You know, for the many flaws that Modern Warfare 2 has, you can't deny it's a fantastic looking game. Infinity Ward knocked out of the park with that. I don't know how Sledgehammer have come along and made the game look so much worse, but they've pulled it off. And it's not just the fact that the game's got this blurry, muddy texture, it's that the textures aren't very sharp, the detail isn't sharp in the maps, and it's a really poor job overall. I mean, this game, when it releases, is in no way worth £70, $70, whatever the price tag is, for a full price game, wherever you are. It's not worth it. If it was, say, I'm talking UK prices, I don't know, £25, £30, maybe even £35, I'd consider it. For £70, no way is it worth it. It's a total rip-off. There's so many problems with it. The time to kill is a joke, really. For the most part, it's far too slow. I'm not suggesting it needs to be Modern Warfare 2, which I think was a little too quick, but it's far too slow. And not only is it far too slow, it's so inconsistent. You will be putting 6, 7, 8 bullets into someone, and they will fry you with 2 with an SMG from 60 metres away. And you watch the kill cam, and it in no way matches up with what you saw on your screen. So I think the game has serious netcode issues, it has serious lag issues, but then again, of course, it could also be the thing that plagues modern CODs, which is obviously skill-based matchmaking or engagement-optimised matchmaking. It sucks the life out of every second you play this game. It's an absolute chore to play. I feel that this is the worst it's ever been. I don't even think it was this bad in the Modern Warfare 2 beta or the Modern Warfare 2 game itself. It wasn't great, but I don't think it's ever been this bad. And it's just so unbearably sweaty. And I don't play sweaty. I don't claim to be a good player. I think I'm above average, but I'm not in the top tier or anything, and I'm getting matched up constantly with these people that take the game so seriously. I'm talking jump shot and drop shot around every corner for every kill, slide cancelling constantly, you know, meta gun, meta movement, which is another thing I need to bring up. If you're not using the meta weapons and meta strategies, you're getting smashed into the ground. You're not using the best guns in the game, you're getting smashed into the ground. Who knows how they're going to balance this game with all the Modern Warfare 2 guns that carry over? I don't think they're going to do it very well. How can they? But it just feels... It feels really bad. And also, if you don't run a suppressor and you don't run Ghost, you're just at such a disadvantage because everyone on the map knows exactly where you are at all times. And there's also another reason why some people know where you are at all times, because of course there are cheaters running rampant in this. You would have thought Activision, a $1 billion company, would have a functioning anti-cheat, but of course they don't, because that's not the priority. The priority is to make money by selling skins and catering to certain fan bases, whether it's the super casual players or the big streamers and content creators and influencers that you see on Twitter and go to these COD events. Don't believe a word they say. They're all liars, they're all shills, they're all paid by Activision to bum the game up. They did it last year, they did it the year before that, they did it the year before that. They praise the game, say it's this, it's that, it's amazing, and as soon as the game comes out they've got their money then and say, actually the game's pretty rubbish, we don't like it, but we shilled it to get our money. I mean, it's lazy from all angles. I mean, it's a game in 2023 and it's launching with all maps that are over, what, 10 years old? And they don't play well. They played well, but they played relatively well in the old Modern Warfare 2. They don't play well with the current COD system. Estate, horrible to play. Favela, horrible to play. Skid Row, I'd say is probably the best of the bunch. That and High Rise can be on and off. Rust doesn't play well. Rust is just like shipment. It's just a map that you go on to switch your brain off and try and have fun, or try and get like challenges done. But it's not fun. It's not enjoyable at all. The Ground War map is hilariously unfinished. I mean, I'm sure there are countless videos online. I mean, it looks like a mobile game, and not a modern mobile game. A mobile game from years ago. It's pathetic. I don't know what Sledgehammer are doing. Don't know what Activision are doing. Clearly, they don't care about their own product. So, you know, they're obviously going to bring in the money either way. So, what do they care? I mean, maps don't play well. The spawns are horrific. I mean, again, I don't think Modern Warfare 2 had particularly great spawns, but they were never this bad. Domination, typically, you can somewhat have an idea of where the teams are going to spawn due to what flags each team has. Not in this game. You could have, say, A and B, and your team isn't pushed up hard, but they'll just flip the spawns anyway. And it makes domination, capping flags for map control, totally pointless. It's totally pointless. I mean, I don't see myself buying this at all, ever. I'm certainly not paying full price for it. I don't think there's going to be much, if anything, to keep me invested. I was somewhat interested in the zombies, but then I saw the gameplay of it, and it looks pathetic. It looks terrible. It looks like DMZ zombies, which is just... nobody asked for that, and nobody wants it. But there we are, you know, this is the height of laziness. It is Activision. I suppose we shouldn't be surprised. There was another point I was going to make. I can't quite remember. It's escaped me, but yeah, it's... oh, that's it. And there will be some people that say, "Oh, it's just a beta. Things will change." No, I won't. The game's a month from release. This is the finished game. What you played in the beta is how the game will be at launch, barring some minuscule changes. And we're talking, say, maybe damage profiles for a gun, or milliseconds in when you can slide cancel again, etc. You know, this is the finished product. Don't listen to all the garbage that you hear from the streamers and the big names, because they're paid to bump the game up. I mean, it's a game seemingly created almost exclusively for sweats, pretty much. And it doesn't matter what game it would be for, like, newer players and players who don't really play and players who really aren't that good, because they're protected anyway. So it doesn't matter how the game played, because they're probably going to have an alright time with it. But anyone else like me who isn't at the top tier, but obviously is better than the average player, it's excruciating to play. I mean, it looks terrible, it feels terrible to play, the maps don't work well, the spawns don't work, the time to kill's a joke, it's so inconsistent. I feel half the time that seemingly almost every gunfight is totally rigged, as if the game has just decided whether you're going to win this gunfight or somebody else does. And I think that just goes to show you just how thick the engagement optimised matchmaking, skill-based matchmaking, whatever you want to call it, is. It's just... it's not fun, it's not enjoyable, and I would really recommend, if you haven't already bought this game, not to buy it. It's not good. Why you would pre-order a game without playing it first, especially if you know you're going to have a beta, I don't know, but yeah, listen, I'm not impressed. I don't think anyone, if they're truly honest with themselves, is impressed. It's not looking good, and I doubt I'm going to be playing it. Which is a shame. I wanted to like it, I really did, but it's a really subpar inferior product. So if you've stuck around for this, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll have some content for something soon.